Okay, in lesson 8, the objective relate a fraction to a set of the repeated addition interpretation of the fraction multiplication. But this is the first time we're really going to start using a standard algorithm and introducing just to doing it abstractly without. Notice in the top examples, it's showing you that's 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3. They're showing you that the denominator is going to stay 3. But on the top, they're just going to go 4 times 2, which is 8, which is 8/3. Okay? So, in this one here, on A, the same thing. We were just doing 3, and we knew this was going to be 3 times 5, which is going to give us 15/3, which equals 5. Now, another way of doing this, we can see that's 3 times 5 over 3. And we can see that 3 will go into 3 one time. 3 go into this 3 one time. So we end up with 5 over 1, which equals 5. Okay, on the next one, we can see this is going to be 5. And this is going to be 2 times 13. I can see there's no common factors involved. So the easiest way to do it is to go ahead and just multiply it out. So we have 2 times 13, which is going to give us 26. Now 26/5, if we wanted to convert that, 5 would go into 26 5 times, because 5 times 5 is 25, leaving us 1 left over. So it'd be 1/5. On C, we're going to end up with 4ths. And this is going to be 3 times 9. So now we have 3 times 9 over 4. There's no common factors along with them. So we're going to end it up with 27/4. 4 going to 27. Well, 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 7 is 28, so it's going to have to be 6. So 4 times 6 being 24, there's going to be 3 left over. So it'll be 6 3/4. All right, so we're going to solve this 2 different ways. First time without finding common factors, second time with. So I can say 3/4 times 16. I'll rewrite this in the standard algorithm, which would be 3 times 16 over 4. Now 3 times 16, I know 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 10 is 30, so it's going to be 48 over 4. And I know 4 can go into 48 12 times. Over here, we have started off again 3 times 16 over 4, and we see that 4 can go into 4 one time, 4 go into 16 4 times. Now we got 3 times 4 is 12 over 1, so it equals 12. Keeping up with the same way, we're going to rewrite it. 4 times 12 over 3, which equals 48 over 3. And 3 will go into 48. See, 15 would be 45, so 16 would be 48. So 16. Now this one we end up with 4 times 12 over 3. And we can see 3 will go into 3 one time. 3 would go in there 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16 ones, which equals 16. As you can see, by taking out the common factors, it really reduces these large numbers you have to deal with. All right, for the next one, we have 40 times 11 over 10, which equals 40 times 11 is going to be 440 over 10. And I know I'm dividing by 10, so it's going to end up being 44. So I'm just going to. Now, doing it the other way, we got 40 times 11 over 10. And I can see 10 will go into 10 one time. 10 will go into 44 times. Now I have 4 times 11 is 44 ones, so it equals 44. under D. And it was 7 times 36 over 6. I know 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. That'd be 25. So I have 252 sixths. So I'm going to have to do some long division at this point. 252 divided by 6. I can go 6 go in there 4 times. It'd be 24. Subtract my 1. Bring down my next 2. 6 go into 12 2 times. 2 times 6 is 12. It'd be 0. So now I know that this would be 42. But you notice I had to do a long division because of it. Now let's see what happens. 7 times 36 over 6 equals, and I can see 6 will go into 6 1 time. 6 will go into 36 6 times. 7 times 6 is 42 ones, which equals 42. Look at all that extra work that was eliminated just because I reduced the factors. Okay, our next one, and it was 24 times 5 over 8, which equals, let's see, 5 times 4 is 20, wait, 128. And once again, I've got to come over here and do some long division. By 8, 8 will go into 12 1 time. Subtract 8, I got 4. 8 will go into 45 times. 5 times 8 is 40. We got 0. So now we know it's equal to 15. Now here we got 24 times 5 over 8. Now I can see 8 will go into 8 1 time. 8 will go into 24 3 times. So that equals 15's ones, which equals 15. See how I eliminated this division over here because I reduced factors. Rewriting it, we have 18 times 5 over 12, which equals 90 over 12. So now I'm going to have to figure out how many times 12 can go into 90. So I know 5 times, so I would, if I had to, I would skip count. That'd be 24, 36, 48 is 60, 72, 84. So it went into it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which equals 7, and there would have been 6 twelfths left. Now let's try this. 18 times 5 over 12. Now notice I don't have any easy ones, but I do see a common factor between these two. Okay, because I just know 3 will go into 12, or excuse me, 6 will go into 12 2 times. 6 will go into 18 3 times. So we end up with 15 seconds, which 2 will go into 15 7 times with 1 left. And we know 7 and 6 twelfths is equivalent to 7 1/2. But look how much easier the second way was. On the next one, we have 10 times 21 over 9, which equals 210 over 9. Let's come over here and do our division. We know 9 would go into 21 2 times because that'd be 18. It's going to leave us 3. 9 would go into 30 3 times. That'd be 27 with a remainder of 3. So it'd be 3/9. Over here we got 10 times 21 over 9. Okay. Well, I can see even though we do see that there are 3's in common, because not 3 will go into 9 3 times. 3 will go into 21 7 times, which now gives us 70 30ths, which is a little smaller number to have to deal with. We'll still have to do some division this time, and we can see that it's going to go 3 will go into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6, leaving us 10. 3 will go into 10 9 times. Excuse me, 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. The 1 remainder, the 1/3. So here we got 23 and 3/9. Over here we had 23 and 1/3. And we know 3/9 is equivalent to 1/3, so it's the correct answer. Okay, and then this one says 3 times 100 over 5. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to say 5 will go into 5 one time, 5 will go into 100 20 times, which equals 60 over 1, which equals 60. Now over here, they're trying to show the relationship between the two. But this is basically a conversion. And the way we've been doing conversions, if we would write it out, we go 3/5 times 1 meter. And then we go 3/5 times, we're going to change it to centimeters. So we know that there's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So now I'm going to change this to 100 centimeters. So now, when we multiply it out, we get 3 times 100 over 5. Taking out the 5, taking out the 5s out of the 100. We end with 60 over 1, which equals 60 centimeters. Okay? Just showing the correlation between the two we've been doing.